Well, hi everyone. It's Thursday. It's February 3rd, 2022. And we're going to talk about the NBA algorithm and how to work with this sports betting model and predictive application here in Microsoft Excel, how to work with it and how to get it to become even better and win more games. That's what I decided to focus on today, and I'm going to discuss what I did. And you can purchase a copy of this algorithm. It's only $25 right now. You can get a copy for yourself and start updating it every day. Also, with a subscription to RotoWire, you will need to get statistics to add them in here. But you can start using this for predicting games. And I decided kind of after the last few days, I was looking over results. By the way, this is today's look right now. I'm not going to talk about the games yet other than to try to remember the order that they're in. Golden State, Minnesota, Phoenix, Miami, Chicago, and the Lakers. Because this is going to change because I'm going to show you what we're doing now. So this is today so far, but I was looking over it yesterday and I was looking over a few other days. I'm not really an NBA fan. I'm a hockey, more into hockey and football watching and college basketball, but not really NBA as much. I was looking, I was like, wow, we lost a bunch of games up top yesterday. I mean, we had 4 and 5 day. The day before was 6-1 apparently. But it's been 3 and 5, not as consistent as it used to be. I mean, still good days here and there, but not like it used to be. And also overall, if you look at the entire history of since we've been recording games, which is since November 24th of last year, looks like we've won. These numbers are not exact because I'm regressively doing some programming in here, but it's something about it was actually a little lower than this when I was looking at it before. It was like 63% of the games that we had won. And then the spread, 53 or 47, that's pretty good. But it's not great. And I was like, well, how do we make this thing as good as really it should be? And, well, here's what we can do to do that. So I went into the cube here where all the historical games are. And I updated the power strength formula to be the current power strength. That's the current ranking or percentage strength of the team as noted here in the standing sheet. Like Golden State has a power of 94. Like if you rank all these teams by the strongest power, we do have it's Golden State, Phoenix, then Utah, then Memphis, then Boston. This is our order of teams. And this order of teams is based on a distribution that's been set forth here. I do not know if that distribution is optimal. I just started with something very basic at the beginning of the year. And it has led to pretty good winning, but not perfect. Well, what can we do now that we've integrated into the cube? I've integrated this formula and also the projected scores change related to the power strength. Watch this. Well, let's go back into the standing sheet and let's blank out everything. And let's say that all we care about is a team's win percentage. 100% of what we rank the team's strength on is their historical win percentage as of today. And we're applying what we know today in the standings to all the historical games. And let's see what our record ends up being. It was this, right? We won 66 for 6 and 53. Let's see what it is when we do that. Refresh. It's 259 and 139. A little bit worse, right? So it actually is not the best determinant to just look at win percentage. Well, let's just look at, total average points per game. How about that one? Where all we care about is that. We refresh now, and we would have won even less, right? Yeah, even less. Wow, points per game, not as good. We would have won even less. Let's go back and do that again. Refresh. Yeah, we would have won even less, right? Crazy. Well, how about, what's possession? What's percentage margin? How about margin of victory? Teams that win by a lot are better teams. What about that? Ah, look at that. 65%, back up to 65% again. So as you can see, there's going to be infinite number of distributions here because numbers are infinite. And so it's kind of like, well, what do you do here? And the answer is, I do not know. I don't know. And I don't really care to spend all the time doing it because I've just got other stuff to do. That's basically, but I wanted to show you all how to do this. And I also wanted to integrate this dynamic. It's now dynamic, basically. You change the percentages here, and they're going to change everywhere. And you'll be able to see, an easier example, instead of looking at all the games, is look at just yesterday. Yesterday goes 4 and 5. Was there any way to make yesterday better? I'm going to put these down here. I'm going to save these numbers, but I'm going to say, is there any way to make, what if we looked at that just margin of victory? Would that have made things better yesterday? Nope. Yesterday was just going to be a bad day, right? Is there any weird standing? 3-pointers made? I mean, something weird like that would have made this a better look. There you go. That makes it more of a random pattern, as you can see. So it's just really, really intriguing. I'll just back up and put all those numbers back there. It's fun to mess around with this, and also to use your own knowledge of the game to determine which of these categories are most important, and even to adjust this on a game-by-game basis. If you know, for example, that I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But if you know two teams match up, certainly, and one of these categories might be more impactful, then you would weight it more in here, basically, is what you would do. But that's the crux of kind of what you can do with the NBA algorithm. I'm going to keep doing the little updates and stuff on it, but it's not really my sport, and a lot of people wanted me to do it, and so they were going to pay me a lot, and the response has been kind of lackluster. Like I feel like I just basically put in enough time based on what I was paid to do this, and I don't really want to continue it much. But if people want to send me money because they're winning money on NBA, then I'll do it, obviously, if you need help. But otherwise, I'd just rather put the file out and you can just go to town and do it yourself. So is there anything to do today? We didn't really change any of the percentages, but it does say this is an underdog here and that the Lakers are healthier than the Clippers. So there's that. Here you got a Bulls team that's hurting against the Raptors, so that underdog line, I understand why they're an underdog. That's 62% health. Here's two hurting teams. Sometimes I look for the under in a game like that because they don't have a lot of their players to shoot, I guess. But I don't know enough about NBA. It's not like hockey or football or something that I really watch a lot of. Here, this two teams here, Golden State's minus 1,000. So, yeah, it's kind of a tough day, but I think the Lakers, with a better health and a slight margin, and you can get 3.5 points with them, is even though they're away, I mean, they're both Los Angeles, right? That should be an interesting game. All right, good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning.